You're good. Welcome back, everyone, to New Gaming Fest 2022, benefiting 1 talented. Up next, we have a showcase of Beatmania by Okapi. When we're ready, take it away. Okay. I'm prepared for a focus.
Okay, cool. What else happening? Did we get through all that stuff? Finally? Are we live? Let me take a look.
Sorry, that caused problems.
I'm the problem. Where's my audio sources? No, I'm seeing audio on my side. It's probably just very quiet. I can just turn the game down. That's probably the easiest solution. Let me 2DX showcase without audio issues. This game does not play well with audio. Okay, hopefully that's better.
Okay, hello. Any better?
No, not really. You're like way out there.
Ah!
Let me check my audio mixer in Windows. It might be my fault. No, it is not my fault. The game is just that loud. Alright. Well. Alright, yep. Yep, game is down to a lot less. Alright, hopefully that's better.
Okay, how about now? Any better? Maybe?
I can still barely hear Chai.
I wonder why we're having that issue now. We were fine earlier.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying, huh? Okay. switch it on my side. No, I can't. Okay, maybe that'll work better.
I'll try talking really loud. Is it better?
Yeah, it's weird because it like it sounds really quiet on my end too.
Huh. Yeah, we did it.
Alright, cool.
Thank you everyone for putting up with our technical difficulties. We greatly appreciate your patience. You're all fantastic people. Welcome back to Green Gaming Fest 2022, bed defending one tree planted. Here's something you've all been waiting for. A Beatmania 2DX Infinitas by Okapi. Take it away.
Of course. And I'm flying solo today. Unfortunately, my couch kind of fell apart last minute because of IRL stuff, which it happens for adults. So I'm going to do my best to handle this completely alone. If you're not familiar with this game, it is a long-running Konami rhythm game that has been running for over 20 years at this point. It's been around since around the turn of the century. And we actually just got a pretty big UI overhaul to bring us up to close to the feature set of the arcade version. There's still 2 or 3 bells and whistles missing, but we have auto offset finally, which is a huge benefit, and I'll be leaving it on for at least the first couple songs until I figure out what my system's doing for the day. And aside from that, I'm just going to focus on playing because we have a lot of ground to cover. And if there's any questions that pop up in chat or anything, feel free to jump in and interrupt me. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to keep playing and make the occasional comments. Let's start it. Warming up still a moment. Offset cannot make up its mind. Okay, so the songs that are in this game are kind of all over the place in terms of genre. Like there's like a lot of J-pop, a lot of heavier stuff, a lot of really off-the-wall stuff that's kind of hard to define. Like, I try my best when I put these marathons together to kind of show a little bit of everything. So we're going into a Dirty Android song. These are going to be tracks from him, or usually kind of a bouncy, housey style. Very cozy. Alright, going into a little more recent stuff. This is from Rootage, the 26th version. Much more recent song. Very cozy. Offset looks pretty stable. I think I can go ahead and lock it in here for now. that'll get them missions, just stop asking me. It's like, in terms of difficulty, I am a pretty good player. So I kind of play towards the upper end, not all the way to the top, not quite that good, but there's going to be a lot of 10s and 11s, and in about an hour, we're going to get into some 12s. And that's where the fun happens for a lot of people. For now, though, I'm still warming up. I'm still waking up. Nowhere near ready for that. So we'll get some serotonin instead. Round, I got a little nutsy from we did pull down the we'll take it.
It all sounds very impressive for sure.
Thank you.
Just watching, and it's incredible. For as someone who knows nothing about this game at all, it's crazy just to see. I'm somewhat familiar with how, you know, like DDR and stuff like that works. Just with before, you have what 7, 8 buttons you have to press.
Yeah, it's tough. Like it is like it is not a hard game to play. Like once you like sit down and like dedicate yourself to playing it and start to develop the muscle memory, like it starts to fall together pretty quickly to a certain point until eventually it's just like brute forcing yourself into being able to read denser stuff. But like it's a really good game that anyone can pick up. It's a lot more intimidating than it looks. To answer Green Gaming question, the difference between a 10 and a 12 is kind of arbitrary. As best we can tell from the way Konami rates songs, it's based on average note density. So a 10 would be an average of 10 notes a second, an 11 would be 11 a second, and so forth and so on. But there are 10s, like the Safari, that are abnormally difficult, that a lot of players won't be able to pass until they're well into the 11s folder. And then there are 12s, like Sakura Storm, that are easier than a lot of the 11s folder for a lot of players, so it's just kind of arbitrary and all over the place. The community has actually built bajillion spreadsheets to kind of break it down in a more accurate manner. And yes, these are all 2-frame windows for the flashing grades. This is a 120Hz game. Yeah, first AAA in the marathon, I think. Yeah, there is very slight input lag. It's not really noticeable, like once you're used to the way the game plays. It may exaggerate, like on the stream, but like I cannot tell on my setup. My setup at home is very close to the specs of the arcade setup in terms of the display. It's a bigger monitor, but otherwise it's about the same. Oh, cool. We don't have pacemaker this time. Server casually not talking back to the client. Alright, this is an example of one of those 11s that kind of becomes exceptionally difficult. There's a couple of rolls that are very tricky to hit, and I may actually screw them up really badly if the random decides to be mean to me. Alright, here comes the first one. Oh, yeah. That's like the worst combination of keys to get a roll on. Casual 6-7 roll. If I wasn't in a marathon setting, I would have re-rolled that random in a heartbeat. Like, those rolls on these two keys are always going to be on your two weakest fingers. They're very difficult to hit. And a lot of people would just throw that away and try for a different random. Like once you get to a certain point, a lot of players switch to random, partially because it's more fun. But it also starts throwing in a lot of patterns like that eventually you're not going to be able to ignore them and avoid them anymore if you want to get better. So it just kind of like expands what you get to play with and see some muscle memory. Let's actually switch pacemakers. Let's switch over to personal best. Alright, if anyone else is in their 30s like me, this song has like big DDR vibes from that era of the game. was actually a really awkward random. Had a couple of left-hand parts that were kind of weird, and a couple of right-hand parts that were not great either.
We have time for a couple donations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alrighty. Alright, we have excuse me, a $40 donation from Scottish Brave 44, simply for collection rate, as we have discussed. Thank you very much, Scottish. That going toward the Cuphead All Bosses incentive, which has been met.
Ooh, good choice.
That's very exciting. We get to see all bosses on Guitar Hero controller. We have a $45 donation from Vix Rider with no comment. Thank you very much, Vix. I guess I can read this one. This Trey Spire guy, I don't know who that is, donates $40. Zen Arcane donates $40. Checkmass donation, GG to all the runners. And we have a $69 donation from Corn_Toucher. Thanks to everyone for doing their part to help relocate nature for the benefit of us all. #OneTouch. And that incentive actually went to meet the Jack 2 Replace Facecam with Dog Cam challenge. So we get Dog Cam instead of Facecam for Jack 2.
That is blessed news. Dog cam is always very good. Any animal cam is always very good.
Absolutely. In addition, a large majority of those went to the Save the Animals side of the Save the Frames or Save the Animals. So if you're someone who likes to save the frames, you're about $151 behind now. You got to get some more donations in if you want to save the frames and let the leave the animals be.
Gotta save the animals. Right, so we're getting into a short block of songs that are all by Masayoshi Imori. They're going to have that kind of that dirty festival bass, like it makes you want to drop acid kind of sound. And this coincidentally is my boyfriend's favorite song in the game, and he's not here. He's at work, so I'll have to watch it later. Not too shabby. Can't blame those misses on the random. Hey look, there's boyfriend in second place. Over 100 points behind me. He plays too, he's a couple of ranks behind me, he's not quite as up to snuff. how I don't have this hard cleared. I'm going to turn on hard bar for one song just to grab the lamp real quick, because I know I can get it. Alright, this is going to be the first time that we see Softland. This is a funny mechanic that started as a glitch. The scroll speed slowed down. Ooh, 8 off the double A. I'll revisit that later. There's one more Memory track here that I wanted to show off. I can remember my ABCs. Breakover, there we go. Oh, my offset was positive, that shouldn't happen. Let's get off the hard bar. I know why it happened. It's because I didn't change my scroll speed for the slowdown. Yeah, just change it in song. That's one way to deal with Softland. If you turn off the cover and turn it back on, it resets the scroll speed back to what you want it to be. Which I need in this song because it gets too dense to read otherwise. My monitor just decided to change resolution. I don't think I can recover this. Yeah. That happens sometimes. My setup hates me, and it just randomly decides to change resolution every now and then on this PC that I play on. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen and chalk that up to technical difficulties. It was the end of the song, so I'm not gonna play it again. Normally I would replay something like that out of spite. So one of the nice things about this version of the game, Infinitas, is it does have a lot of exclusive crossovers that are not available in any other version of 2DX right now. This song, Con Con, is from a pack of songs from another Konami game you beat, which is... It is an arcade game, but it's available on iOS as well. It's actually a pretty good version. It's a touch-based game. It's very different from 2DX, but it's a lot of fun. I think it's free to try out, and then song packs are gonna cost you a little bit. But like if you want to try a rhythm game that's a little different, and you have an iOS device, look up Ubeat. It's a lot of fun. Whew. It's another example of a song that is a lot harder than its level holder leads you to believe. Like, it is a 10. Like, it is honest, like hand to my heart, on God, a 10. But it's a hard 10. Like, the way that some of the patterns are set in causes a lot of problems on random. And this is one I have not played in a hot minute. I threw it in almost explicitly because I haven't played it in a while. I love this song. Awkward random. Not too bad. As I mentioned earlier, that like some of the stuff in this game is kind of off the wall, and there's like not really a great way to describe it. That's basically every song with Groovy and No Sheen working together. Like they just kind of do whatever they want. Like usually with jungle vocals. Like it's always good. Like they're very talented. I'm gonna restart that because I looked at my laptop because it made a flashy at me. But it's not important. Life in the fast lane. Oh. Pretty big new record, we'll take it. Finally on top of Annie. Shout outs to Annie, one of my favorite gamers. One of my closest friends that plays this game as well. She is way better than me at doubles. Alright, this is the part where I have to cross-reference because my Japanese is a little rusty. I think this is Decoherence. We'll find out when I hover it. Yes, it's Decoherence. So this is part of a series of songs featuring various dragons. I forget the actual like translated full title, but it's something to the effect of the girl, the dragon, and the Decoherence, something like that. It's actually the background image that my lane cover comes from. So if you keep an eye on the video, you'll see lane cover girl pop up later. She's at the top of the wing cover, but we don't see her. That random got a little tricky in a couple parts, but we made it through. We made it through. Okay, now we're on to Japanese that I can read. We are going for Desu Drop Freaks. That's not Desu Drop Freaks. That is just decidedly not Desu Drop Freaks. I don't remember what difficulty it is. There it is. I thought it was a 10. I don't know how I missed it. So this is part of a series of songs that, for lack of a better explanation, are only connected because it's Camellia and Nanahira, and they're both gigantic meme lords, and produce these like really hard-hitting songs with like these saccharine sugar sweet vocals. Like, it's hit or miss for a lot of people, but like the people that like it, like me, are like super into this set of songs. Funny random. Alright, well, what was next? Ah yes, we're going back into the 11th folder. I forgot my alphabet again. Alright, so I just switched over to RRAN from regular random. Different songs play better with different randoms. Some songs are even better not random at all. You would either play them normal or you would play them mirror. The difference between regular random and rrandom is random randomizes every column. RRAN just moves the columns a certain number of rows over and can also mirror them. So for songs like this that have pretty set determinate patterns that are already pretty easy to hit but also valuable practice, you'll usually use RRAN on those because it's easier. I should play minus 72. On an 11, we'll take that, absolutely. We're starting to get into the heavier and harder part of the block in terms of difficulty. We're gonna ramp it up a little slowly. Alright, so this is Naughty Girl at Queen's Palace. This is Mathematism. He does a lot of charts that are almost exclusively turntablism. So we're going to see a lot of scratching. The rest of the song is kind of trivial, so I usually just play it non-ram so that I can focus on the scratching and autopilot the other side with my hand. Here comes the funny. We'll take a PB on a Scratch 11. That's huge. The way that scratching mechanics work on this game, like it feels very counterintuitive the way that you have to scratch to hit notes accurately when you're chaining them together like that. It takes players a long time to get into that. Alright, before we start jumping into anything harder, do we have any donations or anything that we need to get out there real quick, Trey?
Let me take a look. I'm not seeing any donations, but I can plug a few things real quick.
Sure, let me pick this song so you can have some peace and quiet to do that.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright, so just to remind everyone why we're here, we are raising money for One Tree Planted. One Tree Planted is a 501c3 nonprofit on a mission to make it simple for anyone to help the environment by planting trees. Their projects span across the globe and are done in partnership with local communities and knowledgeable experts to create an impact for nature, people, and wildlife. Restoration helps rebuild forests after fires and floods, provides jobs for social impact, and helps restore biodiversity. Many projects have overlapping objectives, creating a combination of benefits that contribute to the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. You can always do an exclamation point donate in the chat if you want to, help out a great cause. Every dollar donated helps plant one tree, so even $1 goes a long way. You can always learn, and you can also learn more about the organization at onetreeplanted.org. And even just being here, helping spread the word is a great help, for sure.
All right, yeah. Thank you for reminding us all why we're here today. Let's get back into it. This is Invisible Strix. If you like, for lack of a better way to put it, if you like that grimy Diesel Boy flavor of jungle and drum and bass, this is what you're here for. That little roll right there with one hand. Very hard to hit. Oh, Border Pass. We'll take it. That song do be a little tricky. It is all over the place in terms of the patterning. Some days it can be very nice and easy to play. Some days it's like that where it's really awkward. Alright, next up. Brainstorm. If I can remember how to spell. There we go. Now this song features one of my personal favorite artists that shows up in the game a lot, Technorch. He is he's a meme lord. He's very divisive solely because 90% of what he produces is GABA, and GABA in itself is a very divisive genre. But like this song is a lot of fun to play, and it's a lot of fun to listen to, and it's a lot of fun to drop notes in. That scratch section in the middle is exceptionally difficult for where this song is rated. Like, that stretch of the song alone puts it towards the top of the 11s folder in terms of player-rated difficulty. Konami doesn't really divide the folders up themselves. We have to do it ourselves. We have a couple different ways we do it. Clear rate plays a factor. Just looking at the chart and playing it non-random, you can kind of get a good feel for it. So, we played a groovy song, we played a Technorch song, now we're gonna stick them together. This is Kamitachi, which coincidentally is also the name of a tool for this game that does a lot of really cool functionality behind the scenes. That I work on, so shout outs to Kamitachi and the rest of the team. Real cool folks over there. Pretty substantial raise. We'll take that. Oh, great song. Gonna slow down for just a hair before you go into the harder stuff. Full 30. You're a 10. Switch over to lamps. Might be easier to find since I played it last night. Here it is. So usually when I throw these marathon set lists together, I like to throw in like a reference to the theme of the marathon. So this is Falling Leaves. Beautiful Nekomata master track. There's speed up there. Ooh, great run. Play minus 67 on a song I don't play a lot is nothing to sneeze at. Alright. So we're gonna go through a little section right now that is songs that I handpicked from the 12s folder that is about the upper limit of what I can play comfortably. I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to pass them all, but it just kind of gives you a little idea of like what the top end difficulty in the game looks like. Like some of it's not too bad. Like I will probably pass Sampling Paradise without too much grief. But some of the other songs, it's going to really depend on how polite the game decides to be when it gives me the random. I'm not going to pass on this easy stuff like that. That's the easy part. Here we go. Oh, I missed the last note. A little funny at the end. Like, you see that where I was passing for just a moment at the end? Yeah, that's the sort of stuff that 12s will do. Like, it'll be manageable, and then, like, the last couple measures, it'll tend to hit the gas on you and pull the rug out from under your feet. Yeah, I remember when we did Team C's a couple months ago, Cineath was very excited about recognizing a bunch of songs from the old DDR days. I actually need to adjust my high speed for the ending, so bear with me a moment. Oh, we want the ending to be at about 280. Oh wait, no, I'm doing this backwards. This is the fun theory crafting part of the game where you have to figure out how to get the speed you want. We'll just gear shift 4. Oh, it'll be fine. Alright. Old DDR Extreme. Yeah. Accuracy suffered, but we passed. Not really strat. Like a lot of us that have been playing the game for a while, we've just kind of like naturally picked up a lot of it. But like my Japanese is very, very minimal. Like maybe halfway to being able to pass the lowest level of the proficiency tests that the nation of Japan puts out for their language. Like a lot of stuff, like Ajisai, for example, I just know what it's called because it's right next to it. Other stuff like Setsugeka, I just recognize the name of the song. There's other songs like that too, where I just recognize it. This is Schrodinger's Cat. This is Big Dog Waltz. I forget what the rest of it is. It's something waltz number 17, but everyone just calls it Big Dog Waltz because that's roughly what it ends up translating to at the end of the day. Anyways, here's another song that I don't play random. My friend Ari will get mad at me if I don't play at least one Useo song, because we are both cheeky Useo fangirls. So we're gonna play Rampage as part of the tools folder. This one is hit and miss for me. I'll probably be okay until the very end. That's the first time I've ever cleared that with normal bar. I usually play it with hard bar. So that's actually a pretty substantial milestone for me. It's actually easier to clear with hard bar. Not always the case. 2PX is weird. Like, because of the way the bursts come in at the end, like, sometimes it's easier to clear stuff with hard bar because you can just kind of flub the ending a little bit and tank it. Whereas with normal bar, which is what I've been playing with for almost everything else, if you're not above 80% at the end of the song, it doesn't matter how the rest of it went. You can be within 10 points of a perfect score, and if you fall under 80% on those last notes, the game will fail you. Like, it is very unforgiving in that regard. I have not been counting PBs, unfortunately. I can go through after the marathon and tally them up and let you know if you want to put it on Twitter. What was I going to play next? Oh yeah, Second Bounce. I need to back out in random. This song is very awkward to play without random. The ending is not intuitive. A lot of songs in this Wolf's folder are not particularly friendly to play without random. Just because they're so dense in the patterns that they start to throw at you. Especially with some of the older charts. Back in the old days, Konami was thinking more about, technical accuracy, even though this is, as you can see, although this is a rhythm game, this is not an instrument. Like vaguely resembles, a MIDI controller and a turntable, maybe, but it's not in any way, shape, or form like something like Guitar Hero or Itadora, where you're simulating playing a guitar or drums. It's just kind of its own arbitrary little thing. This is all going to come down to the random on this one, by the way. If the random is mean, I will fail at the end. I can get it probably like 2 out of 3 times, but I'm not good enough to play through some of the bad randoms the game will give me for it. We'll have to find out how good the random is. Not great for timing, but good enough to pass. Oh, that ending can get very, very rude. Again, part of the reason that I play stuff like this in Marathon that's not stuff that I can just destroy is because part of the reason I like to show this game off is to show that it's not as intimidating as it looks. Like, I've been playing for close to 20 years, I'm not going to lie about that, but I was stuck at kind of the 9-10 level for a very long time, and then over the course of the pandemic, I was like, I got all this free time, like, let's actually, like, try to push past where I am, and it's taken me from that point about, coming up on 2 years now, I guess, to get to where I am now. It's like, if this game, like, interests you, and it looks like something you would want to try, like, you can get to this point, you know, in about 2 years, if you, like, buckle down and play seriously. You know, like anything else in life, you can power through a lot of stuff just by sticking to it and determination.
Okay, let's go.
Here's one that I do not random because of some patterns at the end. This is Venom. It's one of my favorite 12s in the game, and this is really going to come down to whether or not my hands decide to listen to me at the very end. My hands listened. Those rolls are not easy to hit with all the scratching going on at the same time. Like, random can make it easier, but in a marathon setting, I would rather go with what I know. Like, if I was on my own personal stream or like just hanging out with friends in Discord playing together, like, I would just re-roll the random for the ending alone. Alright. Alright, this is another Mathematism Scratch song. It is also, I don't know if it still is, but when I passed Chuden on the arcade version, this was part of that course. And that is the second highest class that you can get in the game. I have not passed it on Infinitas yet because Infinitas Chuden, for whatever reason, is a lot harder than Chuden is in the arcade version right now. But like, this is the only song that is in a Chuden course that I can normal clear habitually. It's a very fun scratch chart. The fact that I managed to pull up in the ending, oh my god, the ending is the hardest part of that song. Because of all the multitasking. That's nuts. That's absolutely insane. Like, especially with the miscount being so much higher than my best miscount. We'll take it. Holy crap. Alright. We got one more 12, and then we're gonna back off and start winding down. I need to drop my offset back to where it's supposed to be. I always scratch way too fast. It ruins my offset. There's not a lot of breakcore on 2DX, unfortunately, but this is one of the few songs, and it's very good. And a little frame rate jump there. It might have desynced the song. Not fix itself, we're good. I think it's good. Yeah, we're a little behind the backing track. It's fine. I did not think I was going to pass. We'll take it. We will take it. Alright, so that takes us out of the 12s. And we'll go play some easier stuff. Do you have any donations that have come in, Trey?
Not at the moment. I can remind everyone of some of our incentives, though, while we're here.
Sure, go for it.
Okay, let's take a look for what's coming up. So one of the next bid wars is for during Infinitas. You can choose the ending of the game, whether it is the good ending or the evil ending. Evil is currently winning by approximately $21. So if you want to flip that, you want to get your donations in for that. In addition, for the Minecraft run coming up relatively shortly, there is an incentive to have that run done without jumping. I'd be very curious to see that, but we need quite a few donations to meet that.
I would like to see that, and I am financially struggling right now, so if someone could please donate to make that happen so I can see it, you would make a girl very happy.
If it helps, also to remind everyone, we do have several giveaways going on as well. For $20, if you've seen in our Discord, we have those lovely Game Boy Colors with Pokemon. There's two of them, one with Pokemon Yellow and one with Pokemon Blue. It might be red. The other one, it's Gen 1. It's good. $20 gets you the game, gets you entered for a chance to win the game and the Game Boy Color. With a backlit screen, they look really neat. Come look at those in the Discord. And if you donate $40, you get entered into you get a ticket for our raffle to win a bundle of games by Devolver Digital. Those games include Disc Room, Ape Out, Shadow Warrior 3, the Hotline Miami collection, and Death's Door. Several of these we've seen this weekend so far, and they are fantastic games. A $40 donation gets you in for that. That's pretty solid. There's a lot of value there. And of course, if you want bird cam, I'm sure Sin will happily turn on the bird cam for $50.
Bird cam, let's go.
So that's what we've got going on so far. Get your donations in. And if you want me to read some puns, I'm happy to do it. Throw me a donation, I'll do it.
Let's go. Let's hear those puns. Alright, so next couple songs kind of got a lovey theme to them. Like, not necessarily like romance songs, but just like between like the vibe and the video and the lyrics and everything else. It's just kind of just like emotional feel good stuff. So let's get into these next couple songs. I'm gonna restart because my system stuttered again and it desynced the backing track and it was really hard to tell what was going on for me. Okay, so all I need your love round 2. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Alright. Next up, one of my personal favorite songs in the game. Like, Lucy is just like such a cute little feel-good song. Don't let the sound fool you. This song is kind of off the rails at the end. You'll see. You're anchored on 6. That's a good sign for the ending. That ending put a lot of jacking on my right hand, a lot of jackhammer notes. So we'll take the PB, especially with that discount. Like, those jackhammers are really hard to hit accurately. Alright, another personal favorite. Euro Romance. Kinda got a nice cozy vibe to it. I will take the PB. Not a big one, but... What a PB nonetheless. Alright. Got one last song in that little set of songs. Now, this is a favorite of the community as a whole. There is nobody that does not adore this song, and Day Mouse in general, for that matter. Like, everything he puts in rhythm games is very good, and his standalone stuff is very good. It's just very good, and the background animation's cute. It's a cute song. It's about learning to love yourself. Such a good song. Alright, we're gonna get into another block of songs by one of my absolute favorite artists. This is all songs by Amario. He is kind of all over the place, but he does a lot of, I don't really know how to describe it. It's like, all of his songs have a very distinct sound to them. Like, it's not quite big beat, it's not quite UK garage. It's just kind of its own thing, and it's really good. This song is also going to feature some of the most aggressive softland gimmicks in the game, with the speed ups and the slowdowns. You'll see what I mean here in a second. That random at the end had some patterns I'm not so great with, but we got through the rest of it very well intact. That song is so good. Those little stop and goes make this a very popular pick in Arena. The online arcade version does have actual head-to-head multiplayer, and people will pick songs like that with those little speed-ups and slowdowns to mess with people, because you have to play those songs pretty heavily to be able to time them well. Like, they're so short, like, there's no point changing your speed, you just kind of have to deal with them. Beat Juggling Mix also does have some softland gimmicks, but we're actually going to adjust for those because they are long. First speed change. That was the second speed change right there in that little scratch pattern. The ending is so much fun. It just decides that you get to do a lot of scratching out of left field. Not doing very well on scratch charts today. That's fine. One last Amarju song. I've just been like forcing this into like everything I can, marathon wise, ever since the Money Pro League pack came out. So that is the like actual professional esports league for Konami's rhythm games. All of the teams have their own theme songs that were composed by various in-house Konami artists or contracted artists like Amaryu. And my team is Silkhat. And this is Silkhat's theme song. It's also just a very good song. Wasn't a bad random. Not bad at all. So this is really on me, and I apologize for not knowing the answer. But Trey, did we hit the donation incentive that I had up for the Goofy meme songs?
Let me take a look.
Because I don't think I checked. Let me go back into the hat surprise so you can talk. We'll just put out.
Where did it go?
Where did it go?
Let me. Yeah, so I'm not seeing it on the page. That could be because it closed. Let me.
It's
because it had closed. Yeah. Let me go double check it real quick. scroll through donations real quick.
Because I know we're coming up on, like, we're close to my estimate.
Yeah.
So if you can't find it, it's not a big deal. Like, you can circle back.
I don't believe it did get hit. I'm not seeing it anywhere. So.
Womp womp. All right, no big deal.
Thanks, then.
How close was it, Sen? Well, all right, y'all don't get meme songs, so shame on you. I tried. Alright, we will, since we're coming up close on time anyway, I'm gonna cut out one song that I thought I wanted to play, and we'll just jump right into the last couple songs. Where is GQ Travelogue? That's almost certainly not GQ Travelogue. I'm doing this the hardest possible way. Just go to the game that GQ Travelogue is in, and then go right to it. Alright, so this song is very swung and very hard to time, but it's a lot of fun to play. Absolute toe tapper. Love that song. Good score too. Like those songs with the swing beats are so hard to time. Alright. Yuyake. Yuyake is Resort Anthem. So, if any of y'all were online in the rhythm game community, like, in the early aughts, like back when the only place to really talk to other people that played DDR was online, you may recognize Jaka Zid's name. The man made it. Like, he has got several songs in 2DX, he's got several songs in DDR. Like, he has put music in the games that he grew up playing. And there's a couple other artists that have done that too. So it's kind of cool that that happened. This is my favorite song by him. Oh, that song is so fun. I absolutely adore that song. I got 2. Like, I always go out on the same 2 songs every time I show up at the marathon. Because it's a good pair of songs to go out on. I don't really have anything to say about Hat Trick. It's just a hype song for wrapping up. Not bad. Oh, hitting fast, though. Alright. Got 1 song left. And I'll get out of the way so that we can play Minecraft. Hopefully without jumping. Hopefully people are donating to that. I keep forgetting how to spell. Here it is. So this is probably my favorite song in the game right now. It's kind of a personal anthem. It's fast, it's cute, it's aggressive, it's all over the place. And this is the song that I like to go out on at marathons because it's kind of a calling card of sorts. So, thanks for having me, as always. Always enjoy popping up at Cineath Marathon events. And hopefully come back and do another one in the future. So take it home. Give her, she'll get some chance to rest.